Rev up your engines!
DW says, hey Scotty, what do you think about adding a bottle of Lucas oil in every oil change? In older worn out engines, there's nothing wrong with doing that. They burn a little oil, you could add some in. But realize that all the Lucas oil additive that I see is this really thick stuff. It's super thick. What it's doing is it's raising the viscosity of your oil. You don't want to do that at all on a modern engine. You got an engine that says put in 0W10 or 10W20 oil, real light oil. You don't want to use it at all because you don't want to make the oil thicker. That can actually do damage to the engine. You got a 75 Ford. Sure, if it burns a little oil, add a little of that every time. I've had customers that did that, and I do it for customers. If they say, you know, it's burning a little bit of oil, could you keep adding that in? And when I change the oil, I put a quart of the Lucas oil additive, and they said it burns less oil and it doesn't hurt anything. But you can't do it on a modern car that has all that variable valve time that uses a real lightweight oil because it can actually cause damage in the long run. AC Cliff 94 says, I bought a Nissan where the transmission has been changed at 40,000 miles. Now it's 100. Should I worry about it breaking again? Well, I would. If the first one only lasted 40 and now you got 60,000 more than that on it. They make horrible transmissions, Nissan. That's just the way that they go. And you have to think logically and think, hey, you know, it broke at 40, now it's got 60, maybe it's going to get ready to break again. They're just not all that well made, and I'm sure whatever guarantee they gave you is long gone on it. But with 100,000 miles, you're not going to get much for a Nissan, so you might just baby it and drive it as long as you can, because I've seen people with them with 100,000 miles and they want to get rid of them, and the only thing people are offering them are $1,500 or $2,000, which is nothing, so you might as well just drive it then. Be logical when you have a car. Don't, you know, even though I think some cars are bad, if you're stuck with it and it still works, just baby it and see how long it lasts, and don't buy another one. That's the best thing, is the next time you get one, buy a different model. Zammer223 says, what do you think of a 97 Dodge B2500 van? Are they reliable? I'm going to drive it as a daily driver. Like I say, I'm not a Dodge fan and stuff, but back in 97, they built them better. If there's a 97 Dodge B2500 and it still runs and shifts good, you know, hey, that was a pretty solid built vehicle. On the other hand, you're talking about what? A 23-year-old vehicle. That's old. And you're going to use it as a daily driver. I don't know about buying something that old and planning on driving it every day and not thinking you're going to have problems. Rubber's going to be rotten. The electronics are going to start to wiring crack and have shorts and stuff. So you might, you know, think twice about something that old as a daily driver. I got customers that actually run delivery services. They will buy older vehicles like that, but they know they have it in that. Maybe they're going to put a transmission in it or put a rebuild engine in it. They're ready to put that kind of money in it. And if you're ready to do that, go ahead. But don't think you're going to buy something that old and you're going to be driving as a daily driver and not have problems as it ages. James Ostrahav says, Scotty, to what extent can you work on modern engine electronics without spending a lot of money on equipment? You're going to have to buy some equipment. And as I've talked about scan tools, there are all kinds of scan tools out there. A $69 one, go to Amazon and you look at these $69 ones like Foxwell and different companies that make them. For 69 bucks, you can look at a lot of stuff. You can see the pulsing of the fuel injectors, all kinds of data about the catalytic converter, data on ignition timing. You can get quite a bit of information out of a $69 scan tool these days. There's nothing wrong with buying something like that, and you can still get a lot of information about things that you can learn. And plus, with the internet, look at the internet. If you got a particular problem, cars are mass produced, so if one has a problem, generally all of that model is going to get the same problem, and you can find it on the internet for free. So there's a lot of stuff you can actually do with very limited amount of technology. You can get a really nice digital ohm meter and checking stuff for 40, 50 bucks today too. You don't have to buy the stuff that I have that cost $1,000, $50. Electronic testing equipment today is decent stuff for working on electronics like that, because see, those are all low voltage 5-volt reference and stuff, unless you're working on like a Toyota Prius and they've got, you know, 240 volts, and you got to have a really good meter. Then you're dealing with normal cars, you don't need that much power.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.